oh, I never realized that something like this exists. And it turned out it was a great community of independent doers.
Hi, everyone. It's Travis here from Doerscircle, and I'm here with Zoe. Zoe, it's a pleasure. Welcome. And could you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you're working on?
My name is Zoe. I'm actually a lawyer by trade. I've been a lawyer for about 18 years now. My business provides legal support to startups and to tech startups and even small businesses in Hong Kong and also in Singapore. Actually, I've started to have a few more clients in Singapore.
Oh, that's good. That's good. And when clients come to you, what kind of support and services do you help them with?
I basically provide them all kinds of legal support that in the form of advising them on business terms and conditions, employment contracts, shareholders agreements for their fundraising rounds, data privacy issues, and even website terms and conditions, and even much more. I've got clients who just call me up because they have a concern. They're not quite sure whether it's legal or a financing issue. They just want somebody to talk to, and I just provide them with my common sense.
Like an advisory role for people who maybe are experiencing this. Yeah. Okay, awesome. And I think something that interests me when I look at a business like yours is what challenges did you face to get to where you are today? What obstacles have you had to overcome?
One of the sort of challenges that I had probably is trying to get buy-in from clients to talk about legals. I think a lot of business owners and startups as well, and new founders and things, people have this very perception about sort of the law or legal support as a kind of thing that they don't want to deal with, and if I ignore it, maybe it'll go away. Some people do have that kind of view. If I ignore it, it will go away, or some of them just don't want to deal with it because they're either scared or a bit afraid. So that's one of the challenges that I faced was getting that buy-in from business owners and people to actually look at their legal matters and their legal concerns.
Yeah. And not just hide it in the cupboard.
Just go hide in the cupboard and or push it under the rug and then hope that it just goes away by itself. Often it doesn't go away and it becomes a bigger problem if you don't tackle it head on. But also, legals are not all that scary. And part of my job is also to counsel you. I mean, that's why we're called legal counsels, right? Part of my job is to counsel you and break it down, make it simple, so that you understand it and you don't fear it.
I like that. It's like legal doesn't have to be scary. You just need to have the right person in your corner who can help guide you on what you need and give you solid and sound advice so that you're not sweeping under the rug. You're getting on top of it like you would your accounting or any other part of your business.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Yeah. Okay. So then I guess if you look back on you starting your business, the challenge was getting to talk to people. But what advice would you give like a younger version of you when you were first having this idea? I'm going out on my own, starting my own business. What advice would you give to yourself?
I guess all of it was a bit of a mindset. For the large part of my career or large part of my working life, I was always employed by somebody else. And a lot of times I had this view that the only way to make money or have any sense of fulfillment was to be employed by someone else and not start my own business. And now that I've done it for about almost 5 years now, I wish I had done it much earlier. as well. And at the same time, I'm also inspired by some of my clients. There was one client of mine who was fresh out of university. They were building a fintech app to help millennials like themselves organize their financial life. And I was like, wow, at 25, this is what you're thinking about already. When I was 25, I just finished university. I was busy partying and drinking and spending my money.
I think we've all been there at some point.
Yeah. So my advice to my younger self was, probably to have a bit more courage and, and think that there is a way, there is a life to be becoming self-employed or starting your own business rather than being employed all the time.
Oh, that's solid advice. So then I think circling on to Doerscircle a little bit, like how would you describe Doerscircle if one of your friends asked, what is it? What are they about?
Actually, it's funny enough, I stumbled onto Doerscircle quite by accident. I can't remember. I think I linked into one of your events that was free and open, and there was a tag along with a sort of networking after that, and then you got to know everyone in that networking circle. And I was like, oh, I never realized that something like this exists. And it turned out to be, it was a great community of as Hella puts it, independent doers, like ourselves, who want to run our own businesses or do our own, self-employed business, which is, and I found that it was a great community to just come and meet other people who are doing the same thing as you are, and also maybe help each other in ways.
So then I'm just looking, there's another question I should probably ask is, what's the best thing about Doerscircle in your opinion?
Well, they're always really nice people to meet on Doerscircle, and I think I've definitely on the sort of community since then. I've actually had a couple of referrals from Doerscircle as well. Like today, you're doing an interview about the members, which would be, I would think would be really, really helpful for us. To get our face out there and do a bit of marketing, on our behalf, whether it's to community or to everyone out there worldwide. So yeah, definitely one of the good things about being in that kind of community of support is the support like this.
Awesome. And that's also what we're trying to do. Making people realize, like you realize, that it's not as hard as you thought to start a business, but also that you don't have to figure it out all alone, that you have these people who've been there, who've learned different things to you, and we can all lift each other up. I think that's one of the things that excited me about Doerscircle, because I also had my own business before I joined to help grow the team here. And I'm glad that you also feel the support and the care that we try to give to our members. It's nice to get that feedback of you actually value and appreciate all the stuff that we're doing too. So that's awesome. I guess then the final question I have is, would you recommend people in your network to join Doerscircle?
Yes, definitely I would. I have mentioned Doerscircle to those especially those in Singapore, because I think you're more active in Singapore. But definitely if you're in Singapore and you're a solo person yourself, I would say just join Doerscircle, even just for the community, and then take it from there.
Awesome. Zoe, it's been a pleasure speaking to you today. For anyone, if you need any legal help, you can definitely reach out to her. I'll put some links and some email connections in so you can find her super easily. And we'll leave it there. Thanks for sharing, and thanks for your time.